The United States helping to train and plan the Iraqis in order to take back a key town from the hands of ISIS. Retired four-star General Jack Keane is chairman of the Institute for the Study of War and a Fox News military analyst. And General, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill.
You've got a big problem with the fact that this is public. Why?
Well, it is mystifying that a U.S. military command would release the who, what, when of a pending operation. I mean, that's somewhat unprecedented. You know, we do that just prior to an operation, and then we embargo the media until the operation begins, until it's finished. But maybe we can pull back that veil of mystery a little bit here, Bill, because it's a known fact that the White House National Security Staff has a clamp on the U.S. military talking to the media. That's number one. Number two, it's a known fact and well documented by two secretaries of defense that the White House National Security Staff also micromanages the military. So then it's pretty unfathomable that a military official in the CENTCOM is releasing the details of an upcoming operation without, one, the White House knowing about it, and two, more likely, directing it. And why?
Is it possible there's some counterintuitive logic here? You're going to say, we're going to hit you with 25,000 men, so you better be ready, and we're going to wipe you out. Is there some mentality to that?
Well, Sun Tzu said to us, and he's the number one strategist I follow, and what he said is that the ultimate objective of war is to break your opponent's will, and if you can do that without fighting them, that is what you should initially try to do. So psychologically, there's a benefit here. But listen, we're dealing with ISIS. We fought these guys as the Al-Qaeda in Iraq back for a number of years, and we've been fighting them here, you know, through our proxies. ISIS is resolute. They're going to fight, and they're willing to die. So I don't believe that our flagging an upcoming attack would break their will. They're looking forward to the fight.
All right, I want to show the folks at home and at work, you know, here on the map. Baghdad to Mosul, you're talking about 240 or 250 miles, General. But Mosul's in the northeastern stretch. You see everything in red on this map is what ISIS controls, whether it's Aleppo in the west or Raqqa, the capital they claim, or just west of Baghdad. But why is Mosul a critical town? Why there?
Well, Mosul, second largest city in Iraq, that alone would make it strategic. But the whole north, and it is a strategic center of the northern part of Iraq. And so it's vital to us, and there's no secret of why ISIS took it, because of that. And let me tell you this, Bill. I mean, I know we're saying that this is giving a lot of information to the enemy. ISIS is not stupid. They know that the centerpiece of any counteroffensive is Mosul. So they've been preparing for weeks, you know, with IEDs and likely booby traps. We've cut off lines of communication into Mosul with air power for a number of weeks. ISIS knows that. They can see that happening. They know an attack is coming. They also know Ramadan is coming in the heat of the summer, and they're looking at the Iraqis, and they probably figured out themselves that Iraq would rather do this before Ramadan and before the heat of the summer. And if they can't get ready for it, then they'll do it in the fall. So this is not something new to ISIS, the fact that we're coming, so to speak. The details of it, though, is pretty surprising in terms of size of assault force, size of blocking force, who's going inside the city, size of reserve. That is pretty amazing that information's out there.
They're saying 1,000 to 1,200 ISIS fighters in Mosul today. I mean, heck, that number could change, just like it's changed in the past 12 months. Critical question. Are the Iraqis willing to fight? Do we know that?
We don't know for sure if this is going to be successful. Nobody does. We've had some evidence. There have been some Iraqi units that have performed well in some modest gains that have taken place. We've had, and those are isolated units. We have had Peshmerga units fight very well who will participate in this campaign. Their counterterrorism force, which will probably go into the city itself and go door to door, has fought heroically and also successfully. But overall, we truly do not know, and we won't know until this thing gets going.
And, you know, your point is well taken. They have already shown the willingness to die. And ultimately, many would argue, that is what will happen. That will be their fate. General, thank you. Jack Keane, live in Washington today. We'll talk again real soon. Thank you, sir.